What's good, Raider Nation? Welcome to the Spicy Shield Talk. I'm Spicy Raider Girl here with my boy Chris. Another interesting week for Raider Nation. The Raiders have officially made a change at quarterback positions in hopes of jump-starting this offense. AOC has officially been named QB1, replacing Gardner Minshew. A lot of people wanted this. Now we've got it. But now there's even more drama. Is Tay back? Is
Is he?
Aiden O'Connell the hammy healer? What do
That
y'all think?
hammy. Let's talk about it.
What's good, everyone? Again, welcome to the Spicy Shield Talk. A lot of interesting developings this week. Obviously, the big news, Aiden O'Connell will now be starting. But the question is, did everyone kiss and make up? Is Aiden O'Connell the hammy healer himself?
I love that. Did that just come off the top of your head? Because I was
Yeah, I
fired.
don't know. I just was rambling,
The hammy healer. All is well, apparently, in Raiderland. Who knows?
Hey.
Who knows? But shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. Welcome to the Spicy Shield Talk Show. I'm your boy Chris with Protect the Shield. That's my girl, Spicy Raider Girl. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button on both channels. We appreciate all the support and all the love. But let's get to the chat real quick, man. Got my boy Raider Travis in the building. What's going on, Raider
Travis, what's good,
Travis?
Travis?
Raiders. He said, "Let's effing go." AOC 12. Hey, I'm supporting him, man. Whoever our starting quarterback is, I'm rocking with him. So hopefully he does his thing. Mother Moon in the building. What's going
Mother
on, Mother
Moon.
Moon? Got my boy Billy Davis, man. Billy Davis in the building. What's going on, my guy? Hope all's well with you. Got Fishing Game Anglers Club. What's going on? Shout out to you, Fishing Game. We got to show love to the Chiefs fans, man. I appreciate you coming through and showing some support for us, man.
Yeah, we appreciate it for
You can talk
sure.
your talk. Yeah, you guys are on the top of the hill right now until we beat you. Shout out, man. Appreciate you stopping through, whether you're trolling or not. Glad you're here. Oh, so Evil, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you coming through. Ruben in the building says shout out to the channel and the Raider Nation. Appreciate it. Yes, the hammy healer. She's a goat for that. She might have to you might have to coin that
I
phrase.
mean, all I'm saying is that we all know he didn't sign up to play with Minshew. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. The hammy healer is great. Let's see. Prayers out to the nation, everybody else in Florida. Yeah, salute to everybody in Florida, man. Hope you guys
sure.
can stay safe and everybody that's going through that, man. Let's see. Addie says AOC season. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mother Moon said, love the print on the wall. Fire.
Thank you. And it's not crooked, so I don't. Maybe my camera's crooked. I'll just lean a little.
Let's see. Raider Nation from Thailand in the house. What's going on, Rambo Adventures, man?
Thailand in the
Appreciate you
building. What's
stopping
good?
through and hollering at us. Appreciate you. He said watching both channels. Absolutely, man.
Thank
Everybody,
you, man.
make sure you
Appreciate
guys.
that.
Yeah, everybody. Make sure you guys
Show
salute
Bill some love.
some love, man. Bad guys in the building, man. What's going on,
Hey,
man?
my guy, Vic
How you
Bad Guy. What's
doing?
good?
What's going on, Vic? How you doing, man? Let's see. You said L's S. I miss Todd Downing. Crazy thing, Todd Downing's about to be calling plays in the Jets, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
This is true. I love
think
this
he's
next
there.
One.
Said DA got hit with a special soccer spray.
The magic spray. It's called the AOC mist.
The AOC. Whatever it takes, man, to get him back. So what's going on, Victor, man? Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate everybody in the building, man. Again, make sure you guys hit the like button on both. And even my people that's in Twitter, man, make sure, if you guys can, come over to the Facebook page and come up, hit the thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Let's see. Bugsy Raiders, much respect to both. Salute Nation. So appreciate all you guys that's in the building, man. Really do. So Spice, of course, we got so much to talk about.
Yep.
First of all, we did get some news about Michael Mayer.
Yeah.
So, I know there's been a lot of concerns going on. A lot of people were talking different things and had their um, thoughts on it. Some people thought, he was just unhappy, he wasn't getting the ball. Some people thought he was wanting to be traded as well. So apparently sounds like there was some conversation with the family, without really kind of going too big into it because we really don't know and
You don't know,
speculating. But it sounds like this is something that he's went through before.
yeah.
So he has to take some time away from the team. What are your thoughts when you hear that, and kind of what comes to mind when you
Well,
first
for
heard
me,
that?
I'm just really concerned for him as a person,
Yeah,
because when you're hearing that there's communication not coming from him, but it's coming through the family, that's really sounds like a personal, individual issue with himself. And I don't want to speculate on what that can be because I don't think that's fair.
yeah,
But I just wish him well, and I hope whatever he's going through, he makes a speedy recovery, and whatever that means, because we don't know. But obviously, there's something going on. So all we can hope is that he gets better. But yeah, when I read that it came from the family and not him, to me
yeah.
that was concerning, because just caring about a human.
Yeah, for sure. I feel the same way. There's a couple things that it could be. Mike. Of course, I don't know him, but just kind of hear him talk. He seems like a well put together guy. But when you go through different things, that doesn't really matter. When it could be anything that's related to what's going on inside your mind or just emotionally and stuff like that. So salute to him. I hope everything is well. But one thing that I really thought about was, regardless of how you feel about or how anyone feels about like Mark Davis and with the Raider organization, I think they do a good job with stuff like this.
Yeah, I
Even
would
thinking
agree with
about
that.
yeah, even think about how crazy the situation was with Chandler Jones. I mean, that could have really got out of hand where it could have been
Yeah,
even a
that's a
bigger
good point.
spectacle. Like as much as we knew about it, like the outside world kind of knew, but like it could have got so much like messier and it didn't.
You
And
know,
I think oh, go ahead.
oh no, I'm sorry. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
Oh no, and I really think that the organization does care about that the players' mental, their mind state and stuff like that. So salute to the Raiders that they're trying to get the resources to Mike and his family. So I love hearing that.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, thanks for bringing that up. I had kind of forgotten about that, and I think the way that people treated him was really just unkind. Obviously, when people are going through stuff, it's easy for us to just start laughing at people and making jokes out of it, and yet you look at it, it's kind of like so unbelievable. Maybe it's hard not to, but maybe we can reserve some grace for Michael in this sense and not speculate and carry on in that way.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's I hope he gets all the help that he needs and salute to him. But I'm glad that we at least got an update because that kind of
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know because a lot of people thought it was just football related, and
I was
I'm
gonna
just
say,
glad to
hopefully squashes those type of rumors, and people will give him some grace where it's not speculation about, oh, he didn't get enough balls, he didn't get enough looks, he didn't get enough catches, he's feeling like he's gonna be replaced, he wants a trade. Hopefully, at least squashes that kind of rhetoric.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So salute to Mike, and we hope everything is works out for him. So it is what it is. So salute. But to some other news, and I know a lot of news that everyone kind of wants to talk about. So our fearless leader, ex-leader, Gardner, the guard dog, Minshew. He's hitting the bench, man. And
Yeah, we got the C on the sidelines.
yeah,
Do
we
we
got to
swap
see him
out
on
the
the sideline.
patches or what?
Huh?
Do we swap out the C patches or what?
Yeah, I guess so. Like here, you have it, man. But
Like
the
in
funny
soccer when
thing.
you run out on the field and you take off
Yeah,
your
you're
armband
the
and hand it to the
yeah,
next guy?
yeah, exactly, exactly. You know one of the worst things for me, and I don't know why. Like I care about stupid stuff, but I don't know if you guys remember. I was making fun of Jim Harbaugh because he was like on the sideline picking his nose and eating his boogers. You remember that? I'm
I
like, who wants to coach? Who
I
wants to coach
forgot
that's
about
on the
that, but now
sideline?
you remember it now.
And
Now we've
why
got our very own.
we got our very own Gardner, the guard dog Minshew, picking his boogers and eating it, man. I tried, Gardner. I tried, man. I rode with you to the very end, bro. Rode with you to the very end. But regardless of how people feel, me personally, I still thought it was a little too soon to bench him, but I understand why we did.
We knew he
Um,
was going to have a short lease, though, right? I
for
mean,
sure.
everyone speculated, like maybe between week 3 and 5. Now here we are.
Well, a lot
I
of
think
people said.
everyone speculated, so it doesn't surprise me.
For sure, for sure. I think the biggest surprise is like this game because the Steelers defense is good. You got like TJ Watt over there.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for a guy who can't really move. So, hopefully Aiden can make the quick decisions. A lot of stuff that, people say he does better anyway. We'll see, but at the end
Well,
of the day, I'm
right.
supporting him. He's our
I
starting
think it's a
quarterback.
I think it's
But
a good move for AP because he has nothing to lose with this decision, right? Like if AOC comes in and he's a stud and he balls out, he's going to look like the hero.
that saved the
And
season.
then if AP and if Aiden comes in and he totally, drops the ball, then nobody can say, "Oh, you should have played him. Why didn't you play
Exactly.
him?" And you stuck with Minshew. So it's kind of like a no lose situation here.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What's going on, Lewis? He said, "Hey, Spicy, how are you and Chris? Hope all is well. I'm the one that sent you the head tattoo on your Instagram. You told I always watch your shows. Thanks for all you guys do. Salute to
Oh,
you.
hey, yeah, what's up? Thanks for reaching out. Yeah, you were on
Salute to you.
Instagram giving some love. Glad to see you in here, man.
For sure, for sure. Um, but yeah, so no, you're absolutely right. So it really can't go bad for AP because no matter what, we all know we're getting a quarterback in the draft regardless of what happens. So this way we can say, hey, Gardner, you had your chance. And again, I'm a Gardner guy. I wanted him to do well. I thought he was going to do better. I'm not blaming everything on him, but he left a lot of plays on the grass. So
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it. And I hope ALC does well. But like you said, if ALC comes around and starts balling, then AP will look good. If he hits the floor, or I mean, if he falls flat on his face, then it's like, hey, we're going to get another quarterback anyway. At least we
Yeah.
know for sure
No
neither
one
one of
can
these
sit here
guys
and
were
say,
cut.
"Oh, you should have swapped him out. Why didn't you play him?" and all this.
Exactly.
It's a safe move, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, what could really go worse? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a
It
crapshoot
buys them
anyway, and
time.
who's gonna win? So
It buys them time. It definitely
right.
buys them time. Um, let's see what's going on, A-Line. How you doing, man? Raider Paul. See, Raider Paul's on the same boat as me. Me and him, we
Oh,
was
for
going
sure.
hard for Minshew. He said it's a wrap, season over.
But
I
this was
feel you, Paul.
again. I say this over and over again. This was the case before the season started
Yeah, yeah.
in terms of being over, like playoff bound.
Right, right.
I think I've
Gunsmoke
always thought.
going on. Yeah, I was expecting a little more, but and plus, the injury bug, and we'll talk about that too. So you guys that think that coach was telling about Adams, I'm not sure if you mean if he was talking about
Is it the comment he made about the hamstrings healing and he'll be back as soon as it's healed? Maybe.
yeah, maybe. So what do you guys think
Yeah,
that the coach?
clarify and let us know if what you mean. But I
Yeah,
mean, if he will, I'll speculate and respond to that if that perhaps that is what he's talking about. I mean, it was a little tongue in cheek, right? Does this mean that they kissed and made up and
yeah,
Tay got his way a little bit with getting his quarterback, not his quarterback, but the quarterback I think he preferred is now back in there. And maybe, and then look what happened with the speculation of him going to and we're going to talk more about this in debt and how much, like which teams can really afford his contract and things of that nature. So, I mean, if we want, we can kind of wait till we get there.
yeah, yep. So my man Raiders Rebel. So I knew you'd probably come in here at some point to I guess do a victory lap. Because your guy AOC's in again. Just like I tell everybody, I'm a different fan than you. I am rooting for whoever's a starting quarterback. So therefore, I'm an
Oh, sure.
AOC guy now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So,
totally.
but you're right. I did have a lot of loyalty to Gardner because he was my starting quarterback. So I'm gonna have that same loyalty for AOC. So like I said, our fandom's a little different, but I understand you doing your victory lap. Salute to you, my guy. I appreciate you, and I
I'm
respect your
with you,
channel.
Chris. I didn't have a preference one or the other, to be honest. I just wanted the best guy
I
in that
gonna win
position.
games. Yeah,
I will say this though. I now that the switch is made, I am excited to see what AOC can and will do.
yeah. No doubt. Like I said, I'm rooting for him. It's just for me, just kind of understanding what his skill set is, and it's not even necessarily about him per se. It's about what we have around him. Like, what can we do to support him? Now, if we had a top offensive line, then I'd be like, hey, AOC could be the guy that can lead us. But the way
Yeah.
that our quarterbacks have to run for their life, you got to be able to throw on the run. You got to, it's like it's
On
tough.
field
It's
that.
tough for any quarterback. So it is. Nick 209, get that booger eater out of our locker room. Oh wow. Salute Tony. Prediction 30-20. Hopefully Raiders. Okay.
Well, that's a lot.
Raider Paul, it was 10-10. Yeah, it was 10-10 before half. He decided to give the ball back to Denver. Let's see. I hope everyone stops the AOC Minshew debate. Either way, or either may not be the answer, but we should only care about wins for sure, Rambo. And honestly, I really hope that's where we get to, because lately it's been so much division. Hopefully, everyone can just rock behind AOC now, and we can still cheer on our team together. So, okay, let's see. He said, I heard AP speak on Adams being a Raider still. So you guys think that Adams will still want to play because last year Aiden was his guy. So that's a good comment. So I can kind of go first. So I think that's the whole situation was silly for me. Like I'm not one of the ones that's buying that Davante wanted to leave last year. I know a lot of people are trying
Yeah,
to
no.
have that narrative. Yeah, he was so unhappy. You could see it on the Netflix special. I think that Devontae wanted to make it work. Hence, that's probably why he's the one that wanted Getsy to be the offensive coordinator. But I think, as things start happening and you start seeing more of the delusion or the dysfunction, things probably pissed them off. But honestly, I guarantee, I know people don't think it's a big deal, but you liking that Instagram post would rub me the wrong way.
Oh, for
Um,
sure. So
it
completely inappropriate, totally
Yeah,
immature,
it's totally immature, and plus,
unprofessional.
yeah,
Right.
and I think that on top of that, I think whatever happened at that team meeting, when people were calling each other out, maybe there was the business decision, maybe some of that was going towards Tay, who knows? But I think, that rubbed Tay the wrong way for whatever reason.
Well, it should.
Yeah. Yeah. I
It's
mean, I think
unprofessional, it's immature, it's
exactly.
disrespectful. It's
Ex-
like
Yeah, like Andy Reid would never do nothing like that. Bill Belichick would never, Mike Tomlin would never. So, but I say that to say this. I think eventually they both had to look at it like, look, we're grown men. Let's have a conversation. Nothing on the internet, nothing in front of cameras. They probably had a good conversation, just man to man. Hopefully, got some things off their chest. Now, does that change my thought on do we need to trade Davante? I don't know. I love Davante, but I need to know how that conversation kind of went. If Davante doesn't want to be here, I'm all for trading him. I'm all for trading him. If it was just like an emotional thing, it still makes me think like, okay, whenever something gets bumpy, is he going to ask for a trade? Because as a Raider fan, we know it's going to get bumpy next week. You know what I'm saying? And it's
it's
going to get
always a
bumpy the
roller
week before.
coaster, man. You gotta
Yeah.
strap
So it's
in for
like,
sure.
and that's the
You
thing.
might even
And this,
get stuck upside down on the roller
right.
coaster.
And I love Tay. Everybody knows I love Tay, man. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like I understand loyalty is conditional. Everybody's love is loyal. Love and loyalty is conditional for the most part. But it's like, man, if being a Raider, like you got to be able to kind of deal with some stuff that's not going to happen with other teams. And if everything's going to bother you, this may not be the right place for you. And maybe we can get some trade capital. What's your thoughts, Spice?
Well, there was a lot of turn of events this week in football to get all together, right? Because we're looking at not only the changes that were made with the Raiders, with Aiden coming in and Minshew going out, but then some of the speculations were, he wanted to go play with Rodgers, with the Jets. And look what's happening over there. I mean, they're as dysfunctional. Can you believe they're probably more
More
dysfunctional than the
dysfunctional.
Raiders at this point? I mean, their coach is fired unannounced to anyone, not allowed back into the building to even clean out his office. And then they're not performing very well. So I don't know why Davante would want to go into that. And then you've got the other speculation. Oh, he wants to go play with his buddy Derek Carr. Well, now Derek Carr, I don't know, he stubbed his toe or something, and now he's hurt. So he's going to be out for weeks. So you're not he's going to go play with, what's his name? Hainer?
Yeah.
Hainer.
Well,
Yeah, you
yeah,
want to
but
go. Okay, so you're going to leave the Raiders to go play with Hainer? Okay, no. So it's like, all right, scratch those off. I mean, what's left out there? And then maybe we want to talk about it now, because also, who can afford his contract? Who can afford the money? So whoever takes him is going to have to structure his contract just to be able to afford him. And who
yeah.
has the cap space and the money to do it? So, I mean, the list is getting shorter.
Yeah, no doubt. I think, and honestly, that's what I kept trying to remind people. Like Davante does not have a no trade clause like Carr
Right,
did,
like Carr did.
but he kind of does in a way, because like you said, barely any team can afford to take on his contract. So if any trade happens, 9 times out of 9, the team is going to want Davante to restructure his deal, and that's
Yeah,
up to him. So now, like, people are like, just ship him to the Browns and let him die there. No, because Davante is going to be like, no, I'm not going to restructure my contract, and the
right.
Browns are going to be like, okay, I'm out. But
But the
then if
Browns are one
someone
of the teams that can afford him.
exactly,
So they wouldn't
exactly.
necessarily have to restructure his contract.
Right, right. But they won't have to restructure, but then like no one's going to want to pay him like 36 plus mil over the next 2
Sure,
years, because
sure.
they're no matter what, they're going to want him to restructure. So now what's going to happen is it'll have to be like, okay, he'll be like, I only will restructure my contract for the Bills, the Ravens, the Saints, or whatever. So therefore he does have a no trade clause. So that's why when people like they don't understand what I mean when I say that, that's what I'm saying. He's going to pick where he wants to go.
Sure.
So
This is a good point. Excuse me. That Raiders fan says Washington has the most money is the comment. I don't think they have the most money, but they're up there to be able to. They have a lot of money. Washington actually has $26.2 million current cap space. So we've heard Davante say that they thought the quarterback was going to end with the Raiders, and now maybe he could go play with them. I mean, that's actually not a bad option. That might be the best option at this point for him,
for what? To do what?
for Davante to go to Washington.
Oh, yeah.
They've
I
got the
mean,
quarterback that's balling out that Davante thought the Raiders might end up with,
right,
and they've got
right,
the money and they've got the cap space to be able to pay him.
right, right. Yeah, that's yeah, and I mean, honestly, and that offensive coordinator, who we originally were going to have, with Cliff Kingsbury. I mean, maybe that's it may work out for him. So I don't know. I mean, I think there's a lot of options for him. And honestly, and I should have had the graphic up because you sent it to me about everyone that has the money. But my sleeper for him is the Lions. They have the
Okay.
money. They have the money for it. They have a good enough quarterback within the system. They have a coach that is a player's coach that's highly respected in that locker room. Um, he's playing with other star receivers who I think he's built a rapport with, especially since they had that the receiver show on Netflix. Um,
Mhm.
and I mean that you're playing in a dome for half your games. I don't know. To me, that's just like a sleeper that makes sense. And Detroit is dying for a championship. They've never had one. They're one of the most
That's true.
um, you know, losingest franchises in the NFL. So if there's a
So just
team
put
that's
it up, Chris, if you want to throw it up.
huh? Oh, you did? Oh, sweet. Okay. Yeah, hope you guys can see that. Yeah, so it basically just shows the teams that have the most salary cap space. So the Browns, which I know he's not going to go there. Lions 40.9, they got some space. Commanders 26.2, they got some space. The Cowboys is interesting too. Cuz they have an owner that would actually um
Mm,
do what it takes to get him. He loves stars, so I can
that's a
see
great
that.
point. Yep.
He loves stars. He loves stars. The Jets, we know that, the connection there. But they're kind of going through some things. I don't know if I
That would
don't
be
know
a
if it,
terrible decision. I can't
it
possibly
would
see
be.
how that would be on his radar. It didn't work before. I don't know how it would work now with an older Rodgers and
Yeah.
a team that's in turmoil.
Yeah, he's the same. Yeah, that's not the same Rodgers he played with before. And that New York media, like honestly, the Vegas media kind of got to him. Because they would take stuff out of context what he would say. But yeah, I don't know. That would be tough for him to be in New York saying, kind of dealing with that. Um,
Or
you
or
know,
or hey, or we got the Hammy healer starting. The magic spray, the
Hammy
AOC magic
Healer.
spray came out, and
Maybe that's all
Davante's
it
gonna be
takes.
back.
Maybe that's all it takes.
It might be all it takes.
For sure, for sure. So we'll see. At the end of the day, plays out. Let me go to
But
the
let's
comments
I
real
mean, I don't
quick.
wanna
So
I don't
shout
wanna maybe we don't wanna, hang on this trade thing too long, and he might end up staying, but what's reasonable? I mean, I also don't wanna see him go for nothing or next to nothing, you know?
see that's the part I'm scared of
Yeah,
because a lot of fans seem to think we're gonna get like a first round pick for him.
not
I
happening.
mean, no, we're not because again, his salary. Um, I mean,
Yeah,
he has a talent, but he's not like the youngest. But
right.
if his contract wasn't what it was, we could probably still get a first out of him because he's only 1 year removed from being an All Pro. Um, but I was listening to like what Bill Belichick was saying. You know, don't be surprised if it's like a third or fourth pick. Fifth. Especially if it's a team that that's just going to have them for this year. So if they're saying, "Hey,
Mhm.
Davante, we're not going to ask you to restructure. We're going to take on your salary this year, and then we'll just kind of use you this will be a rental for us, for the rest of the year." Teams aren't going to give up top draft capital for that. They're just
Yeah.
not. So fans got
Would
to kind
you?
of no, that's what I'm saying, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
Tay. I love Tay, but
Yeah.
I can't do that. I couldn't do that. Now, if he restructured and stuff like that, but and then people are like, "Oh, well, we can go get you know, like they always want to say, we'll go get that team's younger best receiver and trade." Like, no team is going to do that. Like, no team is going to give us Chris Olave or Garrett Wilson. They're not going to do that. Like, they're trying to get Tay with the thought of we're going all in and we're going to try to compete this year. I'm not going to give you my best player. No. So like I don't know, man. I just think our fans have to, what do you say? Manage expectations.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to get no stars out of him. We're not going to get a whole bunch of draft picks. If we can get a second or third round pick, that might be a win, and we might just keep it moving. So let's see. Shout out to Nick 209. He said Chris throwing shots. Damn, I'm different. I ain't throwing shots, man. I love all y'all, man. Um, but let me get to some of these comments. Let's see. Lewis, he said our O line wasn't good last year, and look what he did. People seem to forget those sacks also come from holding the ball too long. Some of those were Minshew's fault in leaving the pocket too long. Okay. So we'll see. I respect everybody's view on your ALC versus Minshew. I'm not really going to debate it because at the end of the day, I'm Team AOC now. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping everything that you say that AOC is going to do, I hope that it happens. But there's a lot of advanced stats that show that um Aiden doesn't get rid of the ball quicker than Minshew and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna
But
go
he can throw it
into all that.
quicker.
Yeah, I mean that's what they
There's
say.
a lot of
So
there's a lot of great comments here. Would you want to address some of these,
yeah,
Chris?
yeah, I probably do because I'm way at the top, so I got to scroll down. Where are we at? Where's some good ones at? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Mario Q, you say in the end it was all ego and they should have had that conversation last week. For sure. For sure.
Well, okay,
Um
actually, can I speak to that really quickly? Because that is
yeah,
interesting. That it has drug on like this.
yeah,
I think he's talking about like the conversation between AP and
probably. Yeah.
Davante, correct?
Yep.
So it is weird that it's drug on this long. And then if the AOC change is the difference, and that is the hammy healer, would it be too
I love
obvious
that.
for him to come
Uh,
back right away? Like, is that why he's not back then this week? Would it be too obvious to be like he's healed and all of a sudden? Because then
yeah.
if that's the case, why wouldn't he just play, you know?
Yeah, that's I know that's a thing cuz it's like now it could be operation cleanup.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows when you're trying to hide an injury or whatever, like all agents tell their guys, if we if
Hide?
yeah, like if we're not going to have you play this week, it's an injury issue. I mean, Waller did it
Yeah.
for the long. I mean, athletes do it all the time. It's hard
Yeah.
to really
Waller.
prove that your hamstring is back. So
Right.
everyone knows that. So I think it would look bad if Tay automatic like just came back.
All of a
It was
sudden.
yeah, all of a sudden he's good. The hammy healer AOC got
What
him
was the
together.
you see the meme, the meme from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? He comes out on the cane, and then it's like,
Yeah,
"AOC's back." He drops the cane and does a somersault.
right, right. So it's like so I don't know, man. So
I mean, we
it's
all know it's not real anyway, so, like, you're not fooling anybody, so who cares?
right, right. Like, who cares? We get it, Tay. You weren't happy. You got the
Right,
quarterback that you want. And again, I don't
right.
even know if this is the quarterback that he wants. Maybe he's just like, at least I like him better. So I don't know. I don't know. But who knows? I mean, to me, it could have been so much to go into because another angle that I was thinking about was maybe AP was at the point where he was like, I might fire Getsy. And I mean, Davante's the one that kind of brought Getsy here, like off of his, words. So I don't know. Again, that I don't think Getsy should be fired, at least not yet. I don't think he's the biggest problem. I mean, we have so many problems, but
Yeah.
who knows? It could be
Well,
anything.
we will really be able to see the difference this week, right? With the new quarterback and how the play calling goes and how this play calling pans out with Aiden back there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Don Megatron, he said the Raiders will beat the Steelers. We all hope so, man. We all hope so for sure. That Raiders fan, what's going on, man? He said, could be Pierce was told by Adams he wants out before he liked the IG post. To me, that doesn't matter.
That
You
doesn't
don't like
matter. No liking. Can we just agree that head coaches should not be liking of IG posts, regardless of when or how or anything? Like, dude,
like you should have other things to be
what?
doing.
Yeah, like, why are you even on social? You shouldn't even be running your account. You should not be scrolling. Okay. I don't know what his son does on the team, but maybe his job could be to manage his account.
Yeah, you manage social media, son. Like
Yeah,
I need to be
like,
thinking about how to get my booger
right.
eating quarterback to not
Yeah.
throw interceptions. How about that? Let's try that. But whatever, whatever. Um, let's see, bad guys. I just said that everything went left when AP liked that post. Coach might need to check his emote. That's true.
Yeah, for
That's true.
sure. I agree.
It went like, please come back. We will start Aiden O'Connell for you. I mean, hey, if that's what it took and we got Davante back, so be it. So be it, man. Let's see. I agree with Spicy on her comment about it starts at the top. We've been good since Rich Gannon. We haven't been good since Rich Gannon days and was still alive. So as soon as Mark took, it seemed like it's profit over progress.
Oh, for sure. I think I said it on the last show or maybe on our Monday Night Madness show. But yeah, I agree. I think they're happy with profit over progress, to be honest. Progress meaning over winning.
Yeah, I could see that angle. I could see the angle. I just I don't know, man. I think Mark literally I feel is trying. I just think he just made some bad decisions. But from a guy who doesn't know football, brought in a guy like Gruden. It didn't work, but I'm not mad at it because it kind of made sense, and I'm sure his football guys told him that Gruden was a good idea. Um, so I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, but what can we do? We're just some minions that just spend all our money on the tickets and
I actually don't
merch
think
and all
it's
that.
hard to say personally. I don't think it's hard to say. What I took from the State of the Team address, which I attended personally,
Oh yeah,
was
yeah.
I heard a lot about them speaking over profit, bottom line, and what the Raiders being here could allure other events to Vegas. That
Mm,
seemed to be the top
that was the
priority.
theme.
We've brought this here. We've brought that here. Bottom line this, profit that. And I get
But
it's
was
a
that
business. Don't get me wrong. I'm not ignorant in that aspect, but I didn't hear a lot of talk about how to just win, baby, or how to commit to excellence.
so? Who was that more of a Sandra thing? I
That
mean, because
was
that's
that
like
yeah,
her.
that was definitely more of a Sandra thing, and I
Because
understand
that's her
that's her
gig.
job and
Yeah,
that's
that's
her
her
role,
gig.
and I
Yeah,
get that. But if you looked at I felt the overall theme was kind of that. And also if then I get that's her role, but then if you really listen to it, to manage expectations, right? It sounded like this is a long-term building thing with this new coach and this new GM. And
yeah.
so I think they go hand in hand in
No,
terms of where we expect this team to be this year.
yeah. I think that but honestly, I kind of like hearing that part where it's like a long-term building. I mean, because when's the last time the Raiders have had anything like anyone look at things like from a
I'm with
long
you.
term? You know,
I'm
you
with you.
know,
I think it's a good thing too, and I think we need consistency. They're both in their first year, and unfortunately, we have to be patient with this new group of people, and we're tired of being patient because
yeah,
we've been so patient for two plus decades with the Raiders in general. And so the
yeah,
argument is we're tired of waiting, and how much time does it take? Unfortunately, with the constant turnover and no consistency, now we have to wait again, and we started over again, and now we're year one.
you're right. No, you're right. You're right. I mean, honestly, if we can finally get some consistency, that would because again, we're playing the Steelers, and people always say, Chris, why you talk about the Steelers so much? Because they are like a great ran organization, and I hate it because I mean they just are. I mean they're on their third coach in their existence. We've had three
Yeah,
coaches since
in a season and a half.
right. So it's like, come on, man. So good question here though. Do you guys have a quarterback in mind for next year's draft other than Sanders? Me personally, I like
I don't.
Cam Ward from Miami. You know, like Carson Beck from Georgia, but it's also too early to kind of go into that. I want to see what guys do when they play in their conference, when they play in the championship games, when the lights are on. So, Spice, I'm not sure how much you really like the college game. If you,
I honestly don't follow college football that closely, so I don't want to. I don't want to throw somebody
yeah,
out there. I honestly don't know who the best option would be. I'll be
yeah,
honest. I leave that to the professionals. That's not my lane, but I just
right.
hope it's somebody that can
You
get us
hope
some
it's
wins.
you hope it's not Gardner Minshew booger
Right,
eating.
right.
All right, Gardner, I'm done. I'm done with your booger.
Can we put a? I want to respond to Ernest's comment there. If you can put it up,
yeah.
it
Which
starts
one?
off profit over greatness.
Is that hold on, I'll get there real quick. Shout out to Chris Smith. He's a father of Christopher Smith the third or junior. That's on our team, man. So I always shout him out whenever he
What's
stops
good,
through, man.
Chris? Thanks for
Appreciate
joining
it.
us.
Thank you. Okay, let me go through where who's is it? Ernest. Oh,
Yeah,
I got my boy Day Day in the building, man. Shout out to my guy, man.
Day Day.
That's
What's
my
good, Day
boy. That's
Day?
my boy. Um, let's see, where's he at? You say Ernest, one of Ernest's?
Yeah,
Shout
go.
out to everybody in the chat, man. You guys have always
Or not,
shown
it's
love.
fine. If you have to find
Shout
it,
out to
it's
code
not a big deal.
creators. We subscribe, man. I appreciate you. Hopefully you subscribe to both, man. Appreciate you, code
Yeah,
creators.
appreciate you too. Yeah, please subscribe to both of our channels, everyone.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Profit over greatness. Yep. 2019, we were $800 million franchise. Now we're a 6.5 billion franchise. He owns the Aces. Just win, baby. Is that what you want to talk to?
Yeah, yeah. Again, I don't know. Of course, the profit has gone up moving from Oakland to Vegas. I don't know if those numbers are accurate, so I'll just take your word on it. Um, and this is what's interesting to me, right? Because two things here. He spells it the way he spelled it, right? Win,
Win.
WYNN,
Saw what you did there, Ernest.
right? But here, this is I actually want to shout out the Aces because I want to shout them out, but I'm also a little bit disappointed with the Raiders organization in this aspect. The Aces have full on taken the Raiders' colors, identity, sayings, vibe. I'll say not really the culture, but the vibe more so. And now everything that we're told not to do in the Raiders stadium, the Aces have taken it, they do it, and they do it better. So I'm happy for the Aces. I actually like them. I'll just say it. Those games are more fun than Raiders games. They actually have a home court advantage. The Raiders don't have a home field advantage. They have real fans in there. The Raiders have 40% of their real fans in there. And I wish that Mark Davis could somehow figure out, instead of pushing that Raiders culture out, let it be in the building. And then the fact that they're trying to push it out, why would they also try to bring it into another franchise? Which is what I'm a little bit confused about. They do it well though. Look, the Aces colors used to be red, black, and gold primarily. Now they're strictly silver and black.
Yeah.
When you remember when you used to walk in and out of the Coliseum and everyone would be like, Raiders? When you walk in and out of Michelob Ultra Arena, everyone's yelling,
Yeah.
Aces.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we can't even get that in our own stadium.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
So shout out to the Aces. I got nothing but love for them. I'm not knocking them whatsoever. But for me, I just go and I'm like, I just am confused. Like, they don't want us to yell Raiders at the Raiders stadium, but they want that people to yell. That's how they start their game. They start their game like that.
Yeah.
The PA announcer's like Aces, and then everyone's Aces. So, dude.
I mean, honestly, I think even the Knights games look like they're lit. Like they be having fun and they're like real lively. But I mean,
Well, they both have home. They have home ice and home court advantage with those two
yeah,
teams. The Raiders don't have home field advantage.
yeah, yeah. And honestly, I was talking to when last time I was there, I was talking to some like people that are homegrown from Vegas, and a lot of them a lot of them would have preferred to have like their own expansion
I would have
Vegas team.
preferred it. I wish that if the Raiders moved, I wish that they would have changed the name and the colors and everything, because
Yeah,
they changed everything else. They changed the whole
yeah,
culture, the whole vibe, and everything. And then us Oakland Raiders fans could have just hoped and prayed every day that perhaps
yeah.
they would be back with us.
Yeah, so I think, but I thought that was interesting though, because like I guess just from an outsider, I never even thought about it like that. So they were like, and honestly, and that's why like nobody wants the A's there. Nobody from Vegas wants the A's there. Because they
Nobody
actually,
from Oakland wants the A's there. Don't even get
yeah.
me started about that. I went to the demolition thing last night, okay?
Oh yeah, I saw that they
It
had like the
pissed me off,
fireworks and stuff, and
actually.
then
I'm gonna have a spicy moment here, okay?
go
I
ahead.
didn't know it was gonna be a Viva LV Aces or A's event where they were gonna honor John Fisher and all his nonsense and bring him in, and they played "Take Me Out to the Ballpark" theme while it was going down. Oh, I was on one. I was on the corner telling everybody. They're like, "Why are you so mad?" I'm like, "John Fisher, really?" And the thing is, we don't even know that they're coming or they're going to the whatever Vegas. They
Yeah,
haven't voted it in. Right now they're the Sacramento Triple A's.
yeah, yeah. That's tough.
Anyway, I'm gonna let that one go. What were we talking about?
I don't know, but you talk your talk. But no, but I literally was
We kind
surprised
of
that
pivoted from Raiders talk to like Vegas
yeah.
sports talk, but
Yeah, but I was surprised though to hear that. They were just like, we wish we would had our own expansion team, because then that's something that we could have got behind, just like the aces and knights and all that stuff. So I'm like,
hold on. Sorry. Space Beast. Okay. We forget Madden was not liked by who?
I don't know. He said, I'm here for spicy.
Commenters, let me know if you agree with. I don't know anyone that doesn't like Madden. Do you?
Nah, Madden was liked by I mean, even as a coach, I mean, the Raider teams piss people off, but Madden was pretty liked for
I'm
sure.
pretty sure he was well respected and
Yeah,
pretty liked by the organization, the city, the fan base. I mean, he's still honored. His hometown of Pleasanton, where I live, he's still honored there. You see the buses go by, you see the banners in downtown honoring him. I don't know, Space Beast, you got to explain this one to me.
But thanks for the super.
But
But yeah,
thank you for the super chat.
yeah. And you're here for spicy, not me. That's cool, Space Beast. I still love you though, man. Just know that. I know that. But yeah, I do want to hear more about We Forgot Madden. And I guess I got corrected. So I guess the Aces were not a expansion. So sorry about that. He said he
Oh
moved
yeah,
from
no, they
San
weren't an
Antonio. So I didn't
expansion
know that.
team. They were two
Appreciate
teams
that.
prior. They were like the San Antonio Stars, and they were something else too. They're like, this is their third city, I believe.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know.
But
I
they
didn't
rebranded,
follow.
and that's like what I thought the Raiders should have done, rebranded.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I mean, so it's kind of like starting over. I mean, because you're kind of scrapping it in a way.
Yeah, new name, yeah.
Yep. So no, that's that. But thank you guys for correcting me for sure. Scotty Waddy in the building. What's going on? He said, "Love the show, but I gotta watch my Padres tonight. Much love, appreciate it.
Hey,
And
go
make sure you guys
Padres.
check out Spicy and Scotty every Monday for Monday Night Madness, the fire show that they got going on for sure. So I appreciate you
Thanks,
stopping
Chris.
through, Scotty. OJ Raider in the building, man. Appreciate it, man. You guys are killing it in these comments, man. I can't keep up, man. I got ADD anyway. That's why I shouldn't be doing this. I should have Spicy doing it. She's way better at this.
There's a comment in there that says winning will change everything. I know, but it's been 20 years. So
I know. We
every
need to
year,
get there.
winning will change everything. Well, then change it.
Can we just beat the teams we're supposed to win? Like, I don't know. Oh, okay. Here goes Space Beast. Okay, so you said you're talking about it now, or you're talking about now. When Madden was a coach, he was tough but fair with his players. He was not liked by all his players. So I don't know, man.
I don't even know that that's true. I thought they liked his grittiness and his toughness and his candidness and his canter. No.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, Space Beast, because even when you hear, and again, maybe it's after the fact, but you hear players talk about, man, they love him just for him being tough and fair.
Yeah, and maybe he wasn't liked, but he was respected, which is
Yeah, and plus, like, and honestly, if you don't like a coach like Madden, then you're not like the type of player that's going to succeed in the NFL anyway. Like, you're not going to be a guy that performs at a high level. You're not going to be a guy that can work well within the team. So I mean, maybe I don't know. I would have to see it, but everything that I've seen, players, other peers, coach, even when he played, his teammates, it's kind of hard to not like Madden for real. I don't know. You got to be a special.
put T Severe up. He coming for me as an Oakland Raider fan.
Severe. These Oakland fans think we forgot that we couldn't sell out the Coliseum with some of the cheapest tickets on earth, blackouts galore. We had the top. Oh yeah, that's true. We had
but get this: the Raiders can't sell
true.
out the Allegiant Stadium without opposing teams' fans. If it wasn't 60% other teams' fans, that stadium would be 40% fake Las Vegas people trying to be fans and 60% empty. So don't even try to come at me with that. I would rather have the tarp off than let 60% of the opposing team's fans in. So that's the only way they're selling out this stadium. Are you going to the game? If you're going to the game on Sunday, look around. It's going to be Steeler fans or where? Oh, don't even try me with that one.
I love it. Salute to Severe.
But we love you. Thanks for watching.
It's gonna be there's gonna be some nasty work with these Steeler fans. It's gonna be nasty work. They're gonna be in there for sure. Let's see. We love Madden. Spicy. You live in my old P-town. Right on. I lived on, what's it? Sonoma Drive. Okay. From the 90s to 205. That's what's up.
All
That's
right.
what's up.
What's up? Shout out to P-Town.
Let's see. Like he says, Scotty reminded me about baseball game. Go Dodgers.
Oh, great. Now we're losing viewers. Thanks,
I
Scotty.
know. Thanks, Scotty. Thanks, man. Let's see. Rambo, he said, just wait. If ALC balls out, going to be a lot of Raider on Raider violence with these Gardner Minshew lovers. See, I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Because the thing is, most of us just want whoever's going to win. Like, no one, there's barely any people that just love Gardner Minshew. Let's just keep it real. No one asked for Gardner Minshew, to be our starting quarterback coming into this year. Nobody did. So, everyone that loves
Every year,
AOC.
Chris, you're trying to tell me that quarterback's coming in just to hold the clipboard now. Come on.
I said that one little statement about Brian Hoyer.
And I never
I
forgot
promised
it.
I promised you he wasn't going to play. But little did I know. Oh my God.
I'm
That
just
was
messing
funny.
with you, man.
No, that's funny though. You're right. Dub Raider in the building. What's going on, my friend? He said Madden was in a different time. Players didn't need to be coddled like players today. Absolutely.
True.
Absolutely. You treated these guys like men. You talk to them like men, and they, so that's for sure. Let's see, Spicy. All seats are sold out with season ticket holders. There are no tickets available other than secondary market. They coming for you, Spice. They coming for you, girl.
You know why? Because we want some of that revenue share. We want that profit. That's why. Shoot, we bought those so we can make money.
I was about to say, we're talking to a
hey,
season
you know what?
ticket holder.
My
She's
net
one
worth
of them.
went up too, just like Mark Davis's. My net worth went up. Shoot.
Your net worth went up. What up, Lou? What's going on? He said those are resale tickets. PSLs have been sold out for sure. My boy Day said winning changes everything, meaning Aces won 2 titles in a row. Knights won the Stanley Cup recently. People are always bandwagon winners. Sad but true. We will rise again. Absolutely, my boy Day. But we got to start winning. I mean, can we beat just the Panthers first? Shit.
That part.
The Panthers. Let's start there. Let's beat the Panthers. Let's beat the daggone Broncos. No, I mean, winning helps, man, because the thing is, mark my word, if we win the Steelers game,
oh, come
we're
on.
going to be on here. People are going to be talking about the Super
fans.
Bowl
No.
again.
Can I go on my rant again? I want to go on my
Go on your
rant
rant.
again. I want to go on my rant again, talking
Go ahead.
about winners, winning this. If you fans, you show up. You get in that building. I don't care if you're 0-12. You get up and you show up and you yell Raiders all day and all night. So don't give me this winning cures everything, and that's why there's less fans or whatever. You fans show up. And then also everyone complaining, ticket prices are too high. We can't afford to go. They've priced this out. Ticket prices have plummeted. Buy the ticket, get your ass in the building.
They are way cheaper for sure. Not this game though. I'm sure this game the price is probably
this particular game is probably more expensive. But the last game against the Browns, you could get in for like $80.
Yeah.
And the Browns still outnumbered the Raiders fans. So what's the excuse now?
That's true.
So the Raiders fans only want to show up when the tickets are free or $80 and winning. I mean, okay, perfect world, not going to happen.
For sure. Back to 500 Sunday, Tony. For sure. We're going to get there. Like Freddie said, we just want to win. Let's see.
You could have gotten the building against the Browns for $80.
That is true. He said, so Andrew Walters is starting Sunday. Andrew Walters is wild. Let's see. We got a hater in the building. AP is your coach. He's not a real coach. I mean, he's our coach. We got to rock with him. I'm still rocking with him.
You're a real coach. He's there.
Yeah,
head coach. You getting paid?
Yeah, we gotta. It's still early, man. We're not. We're still rocking with our coach, man. Severe said the tickets in Allegiant are more expensive. I couldn't fill my tank with the price.
Could have went last. You could have went 2 weeks ago for $80.
Oh man, he said I could fill my tank with the price. He said we ain't balling, we be fighting. Or if we ain't balling, we be fighting. Say, I'll be there at the KC game. Our fans are pathetic. I feel you, Day. I feel you. Don't get me started on our fans, man. I'm
gonna let you address that one, Chris. I'm
that's my guy.
I gotta settle down a little bit.
No, he knows how I feel about our fans. He knows, man, because he's from out here with me, but he travels everywhere. He goes, he's always there, front row. But yeah, our fans, man, they're so fickle, man. Like One second they hate our coach, next second they love him. Like they just, it's crazy. It's crazy. The economy be kicking everybody's ass. Uncle Sam raw dogging. We just trying to survive out here. No Diddy, man. We just trying to be Diddyless out here, man.
All right.
We don't want Uncle Sam Diddying us. Even LA Collie couldn't sell out with $10 gangbanger tickets.
Hey, you know what? But it kept out the away fans. They were scared to come to LA and Oakland. I like that. I like that reputation. Don't show up. Now they show up in Vegas telling us to shut up and sit down. Make me want to punch someone in the face.
Right. Let's see, man. He said, y'all still on. Go to sleep. Season's over. It's not over, Paul. Paul. Now look, Paul, me and you been rocking together with Gardner. You know, you've been one of the ones that been, you know, we've been back to back fighting everybody. We got to move on over to AOC, man. I know you don't want to, but we got to, man. We got to. We gotta.
Hey, thanks for coming back and checking in. If we're still here, though, we appreciate
we're
it.
Still here,
don't forget
man.
to light that torch. Light that torch. Hit that like button while you're here.
For sure. Shout out Raider Paul. I'm gonna do a wellness check on Raider Paul because, like I said, he was the one that was with me during the whole time when everybody was on us, man. So Raider Paul, we gotta convert, man. We gotta convert. T Severe, he said, if we beat the Steelers, these stands putting Aiden in the Hall of. That's true. Oh, they're gonna make a mural. They're gonna make a mural of this guy. They are.
Why did it get funny all of a sudden? Now everybody's on one.
Trader Joe's is the wineaholic dispensary. All right. This a turn weird, but it's true though. They got a little everything there. Say, bro, it's gonna be bad, man. Hey, Raider Paul, come on, man. You know you can't. Dog, we held each other up, man. You gotta.
Did I get him go? Did I get the chat?
You got him going.
The
spicy rat, yeah, the spicy rat got him going, man.
The spicy chat is lit right now.
Patty Mahomes. Okay, well, shout out to Patty Mahomes fan. Say TJ Watt smile. Damn it, Raider Paul, I'm putting you on timeout, bro. We got to go on the AOC side, bro. We have to. I know you don't want to. Paul, we're got to go to AOC. We got to. Raider Chaos, what's going on? AOC, yeah, I know you've been on AOC. I know you won. Yes, the chat is on one, Mother Moon, for sure. Y'all clowning today. Thoughts on Davante Adams trade? Since you're new here, appreciate you coming through. You know, me personally, I think it's still going to happen. You know, if he doesn't want to be here, you know, we don't want anyone that doesn't want to be here. But I'm not going to be one of those fans that are. I'm not going to trash them. I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, dogging them. You know, I think that I understand why someone like him, or other stars don't want to be here. We are a dysfunctional organization right now, whether we want to admit it or not. That's just who we are. We're a dysfunctional organization. Hopefully we can get it together at some point, but anyone that, you know, plays at a high level, I mean, honestly, like, luckily we have someone like Max, but Max is just cut from a different cloth. There's no one out there like Max, but anyone else that has like some self-pride and like wants to compete and win rings and leave a legacy,
Chris, you're frozen on my end. Is everyone else frozen? Does everyone else see Chris frozen as well? If so, maybe we could just wrap because it is 7:00. But I echo everything that Chris just said. And then if you want to circle back and see what we had to say about Davante, we did go pretty extensively into the Davante trade and the options and where he might go. I don't know, sometime in the middle of the show.